Hi there, students. Okay, this video is about words that mean to follow, to chase, to try to catch. So the first one is to pursue. To pursue is quite a general word. Okay, so, I don't know, the dog was pursuing the cat, chasing and trying to catch. Yeah, the police were pursuing the bank robbers. Yeah, so you've got one of these chases, a car chase. But let's see, you could also use to pursue to mean to continue doing something. So I chatted with him for a few minutes and then I pursued what I was doing. I continued with it. Okay, maybe you're watching this video because you are in pursuit of knowledge. Pursuit is the noun of pursue. So you're trying to find, trying to hunt down or locate. Yeah. You are pursuing your objectives. You're following them, continuing with what you're doing and trying to get them. Okay, so to pursue. The noun being pursuit, the pursuit of happiness. Okay, trying to find it. Notice to pursue is a regular verb. Pursue, pursued, pursued. What about formality? Maybe pursue, it's neutral, maybe ever so slightly formal, but more or less neutral. Okay, the next word is to stalk. Okay, to stalk is like to pursue, but stealthily, so that nobody knows or notices what you are doing, that you're following. So the cat was stalking the mouse, walking very, very slowly behind it, trying to find the situation where it could catch it. I'm sure you've all heard the word a stalker, yeah? Somebody who follows a woman and maybe waits to pounce, okay? If you're stalking an animal, stalking deer, you walk very quietly following the track of the deer until you are in a position to hunt your deer, okay? So to stalk, it's like to hunt or to go after, but very, very slowly and quietly, very stealthily, so that nobody actually notices. Yeah, so that your prey does not notice. Normally you're stalking something because you want to hunt it. Notice as well, the stalk could be the stem of a plant. Yeah, the wooden hard bit. Also, to stalk, we could use it in the phrase to stalk off, to stalk away, to walk angrily. So I told him exactly what I thought and he stalked off, to strut off, to stalk, to walk in maybe a stiff way. Have you ever noticed when a cat is stalking a mouse, its movements are very, very stylized or very specific, yeah? Okay, so to stalk. The next word is to tail. Okay, to tail is to follow someone and observe what they're doing. And normally you do this secretly so that the person doesn't know that you are following them. When you tail somebody, you don't normally have the idea of catching them. You want to observe what they do. Yeah? If you're stalking, you want to catch them. Whereas if you're tailing them, you're just following them. So the police tailed the criminal to see who he met with. Yeah? They tailed the criminal to the place where the gang was hiding. Okay, so to tail is to follow someone, watching what they're doing to gain information about them. Yeah, and the idea is not to be seen. Yeah, so you need to tail somebody secretly. You've got the idea of walking after the tail of, yeah? But remember, this is secret. Okay, the next word is to track. Okay, to track is to follow the movements of somebody or something, so that you know where they are or where to find them. You're following the movement of something. Let's see. One way of tracking somebody is to tail them. But maybe you could put something that goes beep, beep electronically on them to track them. Cars have an anti-theft system that tracks them. Or maybe if you lose your mobile phone, you can use a special system to locate where it is. Okay? To track is normally to follow the movement of something. Maybe you order something in internet and the company that you buy from gives you a tracking number so that you can follow the movement of your packet until it is delivered. Yeah? To track, to note the progress of something. So maybe if you're supervising a project, you are tracking how it's going. Or, yes, the space station, you could look up in internet where it is and track where it is moving. Notice as well, you could track, meaning to follow a course. Yeah? So, to go down a course, to follow the course of something, to track it. Yeah? The trackers were stalking the tiger. So firstly, you need to find where the tiger is. And then you need to find a way of tracking its movements. So knowing where it's been, looking for tiger shit, for example, or putting cameras. Yeah. Notice as well, with a video camera, the frame can track the person as they move. Yeah. So to track, to follow the course of something. Yeah. Notice to track is neutral. To tail is neutral as well, and to stalk is neutral, maybe the littlest bit formal, but neutral really. Okay, so I don't know, maybe you track the number of videos that I have, or you could track the number of followers. So it's to follow, to constantly update a piece of information. Okay, the next word in this set is to trace. Okay, to trace something, to find something by investigation, to find the origin of it. If you want to track somebody down, locate them, maybe you will need to trace them. So to look at little pieces of evidence so that you can find where they are by investigation. There's a very rare book that I want, and it's been very difficult to trace, to find where it is. I managed to trace a copy, and I tried to track it down, but I tracked the fact that it had been sold to someone else. So to trace is to locate, whereas to track is to follow after you've traced something. Notice to trace, to follow the course of something with your eye or your finger, or even in your mind. Let's see, I need to retrace my steps so that I know where I left the keys. Yeah, it's you could trace a line on a map, for example. So to trace, to find something by investigation, to find the origin of it. I managed to trace a distant cousin, yeah, to find out where they were, to locate something. To trace, a regular verb as well, and to trace, neutral formality. Okay, the last one in this set is to hound. Okay, a hound is a dog, a hunting dog, yeah, a bloodhound. So if you hound somebody, you harass them, you persecute them, you pursue or chase them relentlessly. So he was hounded by the press. The press, the journalists, were always following him around, asking him different questions, relentlessly, without stopping. Yeah? The children were hounding me to take them to the cinema. So they were constantly asking me to do it, to pester, if you like. Okay? But this has the idea of the hunting dogs behind you barking and barking. If you've ever seen hunting dogs, they chase their prey continually. They don't give up. They don't stop. And eventually they will hound you down. So to hound is to chase after, but relentlessly, without stopping, always going on and on and on. They hounded him out of the district where he lived in. So they were always giving him problems until finally they hounded him out. They persecuted him until he left. So notice, to stalk, you try and find, yeah, but you follow quietly. To hound, you follow noisily, yeah, making as much noise as possible. And to hound, yeah, I would say this is a neutral verb again, maybe ever so slightly formed. Okay, all of these words are verbs, and they're all regular verbs. Pursue, pursued, stalk, tail, tailed, track, tracked, trace, traced, hound, hounded. Okay, so all of them are regular verbs, and they're pretty central formality. They're pretty neutral. Maybe one or two the tiniest bit formal, but very little. So let's go through them again. To pursue, a general word meaning to chase, to try to catch, to follow. Yeah? To stalk, to follow, to hunt, but quietly, so that the thing that you're hunting or stalking doesn't know. Stalk is slightly sinister as well. To tail is to follow somebody and observe them, but without them noticing, to find out what they're doing. Yeah? You tail, you just follow. If you stalk, you want to catch. To track, to follow the movement of something, to be able to find it or to know the course of this thing. To trace, to find something by investigation that's not easy to find, to locate something which is hidden or lost. And then to hound, to pursue relentlessly without stopping, to harass or to persecute. Okay? So anyway, enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Pursue, stalk, tail, track, trace, and hound.